What's up, you silver goofball, dude? You're stuck in silver? That is crazy! Could not be me. Today is a special day because yesterday, June 12th, I got the platinum for Rainbow Six Siege. Now, if you didn't know, if you haven't watched any of my VODs or any of my streams, you would know that this has been evading me because I couldn't hit gold. So calling you a silver goofball, I am talking about myself. So, with that being said, I finally got it. And there's a reason why, and I'll get to it when we get to it, okay? But the platinum list has changed since I last got the platinum. So also, if you didn't know, I have two Rainbow Six Siege platinums. One on the PS5 and one on the PS4. So today I'm going to talk about the PS5 version, but as I talk about the trophies, I'll discuss how they changed from the PS4 version, or the original Rainbow Six Siege. Alright? So, the trophy list has changed at least 3 times, probably, but the trophies stayed the same, if that makes sense. Now, what that means is they're the same as in there's 34 bronze trophies, 12 silver, 2 gold, and obviously 1 platinum, making 49 total trophies. Now, there's not really an hourly set that you can say for this platinum. You know, it takes a few hundred hours probably. So we'll just not talk about any of that. But the PSN profiles has both of them around 12% completion for all users that have the game. I think it's free now. I don't know. I don't care. Alright, well, before I yap about the trophies, I'm going to tell you all about a big change from original Siege to new Siege, and that was the removal of the situations, Terrorist Hunt, and Article 5. Now, the situations were 10 single-player missions to learn the basics of the game, with each having 3 challenges to complete. Terrorist Hunt was a single-player or co-op game mode where you fought against bots, basically. And Article 5 was a group mission on a removed map, Bartlett U University. Shortened to Bartlett U. That's why I sounded like an idiot there. But I'll talk about more about all of those later when I get to those trophies that got switched. So I'll start with current day Siege, or as you may know it now, Siege X. And this update happened on June 10th, 2025. And there were a couple trophy changes, and I'll get there. The one trophy that is relevant to me crying and not getting the platinum until yesterday, the 12th. So to begin, I hopped onto Siege on the PS5 on September 20th, 2023, and immediately popped a gold trophy for being level 50. This trophy's unchanged from the original, and I played a few matches with the boys, and then later on that day I customized a weapon for another trophy, also unchanged. Then came to a trophy that was changed. I had to go in and look at my videos to figure out what this was, and it's called Specialist now. It's not Specialist on the trophy list now. Wait.
What is blood yapping about? What?
So this one was changed. And I had to go in and look at my trophy videos to figure out what this trophy was. Now it's called Specialist, and it involves you completing all of the operator specialties. When I achieved the trophy, it was called Ranked, and it was for getting rank in Ranked. Okay. And it was called Ranked in Old Siege as well. I then collected 5,000 renown and applied 30 weapon skins for 2 more unchanged trophies. One of them bronze, one of them silver. Then I completed Coming Through, a trophy for breaching and rappelling through a window. This trophy was only changed a little bit, which had you do the same thing. However, it was supposed to be on the map Consulate, and you could also do it in Terrorist Hunt. The next trophy was Fortress, which was to reinforce 2 breakable walls. This one, the same as well, except it had to be done on Bank, and also could be done in Terrorist Hunt. I then got my 5th kill with an SMG to get the trophy Greaser. The original trophy was massively different, being that you had to complete the situation heavily fortified. This was Situation 10 and involved you playing Thatcher. You had to save a hostage on Chalet. The 3 challenges were to complete the mission with 50 plus health left, disable 1 bomber device, and disable 5 gadgets, which I'll just say, every situation has a challenge that wants you to finish with 50 plus health, so I'm not repeating that 10 more times, or 9 more times, whatever. Also, the situations on the website, they're kind of mixed up, so I'm not going to have them correct for most of these. They're going to be on a random trophy that was changed. And if you get a little sad about that, get over it. This game's a decade old, okay?
Keep it to yourself. Because I don't care.
So the next trophy I got was for destroying 5 drones called Drone Destruction. From what I could tell, only the name of this trophy was changed from the original game, and it was Blind Ambition originally. The next trophy was Oh Yeah, with an exclamation mark. Alright? And involved destroying a reinforced wall with thermite, another unchanged trophy. The next trophy I got was Full Auto for getting 5 AR kills. This was changed from Improvised Defense, which was the 5th situation in Old Siege. It had you playing as Capcan and defending a hostage on Clubhouse. And you had to kill 2 enemies with your EDDs and reinforce 2 walls / trap doors. And like I said, it doesn't make sense that this one would be the same as 5 AR kills, because you're not going to use an AR with Capcan. So that's what I'm saying, if it's messed up. So, and like I said, get over it. The next trophy is Asset Protection, which is to destroy 20 gadgets. This trophy had the same name in the original, however, it was for the 4th situation, aptly named Asset Protection. This mission has you playing Smoke, defending a hostage on Hereford base. Challenges to killing an enemy with Smoke's Nazi gas, his gas canister, sorry, and barricading 2 doors or windows. The next trophy was Camera Shy, which was to destroy 10 cameras as an attacker. This was changed from the trophy Air Force 1, which you had to defend the meeting room on the map Presidential Plane. They don't have plane in ranked anymore, which is why these got changed. The next trophy was back in the day ATK, which is kind of a sick name. It rhymes. So you had to play as an original attack operator for 10 rounds. And the next trophy was to do the same with defense, but it was called First Class Defense. Not as cool. These trophies were changed from Taking Point and On Your 6, which were different, and you had to unlock an attack and defense operator, respectively. Now, the reason you don't have to do that anymore is because I'm pretty sure you start with every operator unlocked of the originals, but I don't remember because I haven't played newly in a while. The next trophy was for completing 10 multiplayer matches called It Begins. This was changed from Terror Hunt, which had you completing 20 terrorist hunt missions. And like I said, those are gone. I got the next trophy, Speed Round, which was completing a round in under 2 minutes. I actually got this playing a Halloween event, and I was teabagging the whole time in the trophy win, which is awesome. It was originally called Hit and Run, which had you completing a terrorist hunt mission in under 2 minutes. The next trophy was One Mind, which involved winning a ranked match without losing a round. This was unchanged until very recently to add quick match instead of just ranked. The next trophy is Meat Wall, to get a kill with a breaching charge, also unchanged. I got Death from Above next, being to destroy a floor with a breach charged. This was originally done on only House, and also done in T-Hunt, which is short for Terrorist Hunt. Sorry, I wrote my script weird. Now it says T-Hunt. The next trophy is another unchanged trophy, Don't Go In There, which is to kill someone while they were in barbed wire. Then came Accessorizing, which is to attach 50 weapon attachments. This was changed from Tarot Hunter, not to be confused with Tarot Hunt. This was to get 2,500 terrorist kills in Terrorist Hunt. Now, I'll go more into depth about terrorist hunt at the end of this, but it was a slog in original R6. I then won my 50th round to unlock Objective Driven, an unchanged trophy. Then I found the bomb in like 4 seconds to get That Was Fast, which was to find the bomb in 15 seconds during the prep phase. Gotta preface that. This trophy was originally to find the objective in 20 seconds while playing Secure Area. So just a little slight tweak to that one. I got my 100th kill for the trophy Just Getting Started, which was changed from Spender. That trophy had you buy 50 weapon attachments, which you don't even have to do that now. You just get the weapon attachments. The next trophy unlocked after my 10th win playing Bomb. This was called Boom Shakalaka. Strength in numbers popped at the same time, which was to win 10 matches in a squad. Boom Shakalaka was changed from Who Dares, which had you win a hostage match on Hereford. Sorry. My script, I just wrote the script. My eyes are killing me, dude. So if I mess up, sue me. Don't actually sue me. So that one was changed from High Value Target. Strength in numbers was changed from High Value Target. The 8th situation where you were playing as Recruit on Consulate defusing a bomb. The challenges were preventing the enemy from touching the diffuser and killing 2 enemies through a breakable surface. Oh geez, I scrolled too much. Okay. The next trophy is Brain Surgeon to get 50 headshots, changed from 150 headshots, and it had to be done in Terrorist Hunt in the original. The next trophy I got while playing a sniper game mode. Actually, the next 3 trophies I got playing the sniper game mode. This was called Sure Shot, which was to get 5 kills with a DMR. And I guess they're counting snipers as a DMR. I'm not a gunny guy, I don't know if that's accurate, but whatever. This was changed from Neutralized Cell. The 9th situation, which had you playing IQ on Oregon. The challenges being finishing in under 5 minutes and destroying 5 nitro cells. So actually, like I said, this one I actually think was a different situation mission. Sorry, I keep saying I think this one is actually Cold Zero, but we'll get into that one later. I'm not rewriting any of this. I then got the trophy Bang in the same game mode, like I said, which was to get 5 pistol kills. This was changed from Completionist, which wanted all stars in the situations. The next trophy was to get 10 kills through a bullet penetration, called that bullet pen with some dots. I think that's signifying that the guy got shot. He got cut off. This was altered from having to kill 200 terrorists with bullet penetration. The next trophy was Perimeter Secured, which was to win a match of Secure Area. This was changed from Camper, which had you completing 10,000, no, just kidding, 100 defend game modes in Terrorist Hunt. I'm definitely gonna complain about this one when I talk about Old Siege. The next trophy surprised me because I hadn't gotten it yet. It was being Woodworker. Sorry, I'm having a stroke. It was called Woodworker to place 5 barricades. This one was unchanged from the original. The next trophy, Ride Shotgun, was to get 5 kills with, you guessed it, a shotgun. This was changed from No Intel. The 6th situation, which had you playing Thermite on Cafe Dostoevsky and rescuing the hostage. The challenges were to kill 2 enemies with frag grenades. Thermite used to have those better days, I tell you what. And breach a reinforced wall with Thermite's thermite charge. The next trophy popped after my 5th flawless victory called Perfectionist. This was changed from Master and Commander, which wanted to earn 3 stars in one situation. Those ones were kind of mixed around. The next trophy popped after planting the diffuser 10 times in the bomb game mode, which was changed from the 3rd situation, Tubular Assault, which had you playing Ash on Presidential Playing. Challengers were to kill 2 enemies while leaning and destroy 2 breakable surfaces with Ash's breaching rounds. The next trophy, Can't Breach This, unlocked after my 100th defense round. This was changed from Sausage Fest. Don't laugh. It's not funny. Don't laugh. Which was to win a match of Secure Area on Clubhouse. They need to bring that trophy name back, alright? The next trophy, Jack of All Trades, was to win a round with every original operator in the game. There's only 20 of them, and I'm not naming them. That's a lot of work. I'll just put a picture on the screen. This was an unchanged trophy, and it was the second gold trophy. I got a sick double kill with a nitro cell for my next trophy, Wrong Number, which was to get 10 kills with a nitro cell. This is another unchanged trophy. The next was to revive 10 teammates. It's called To the Rescue, and the only thing changed was the name. The name was better before. I'm saying it now. The name was way better before. It was called Brothers in Arms. That one's way better than To the Rescue. I'm just saying. The next trophy popped after I won 100 attack rounds. It's called Overachiever, and it used to be called Article 5, which was a secret 11th situation, where you went online with 4 random people, and you had to defuse 2 bombs on Bartlett U. And there was yellow smoke all over, and there were terrorists on the map, and it was pretty fun, I won't lie. The next trophy was Old School, which was to play 10 rounds with the 4 operators from one of the original groups. There's 5 of those groups: SAS, FBI SWAT, Gigan, GIGN, Spetsnaz, and GSG-9. I got it while playing Smoke of SAS. SAS. This was changed from playing Favorites, which was to unlock all operators from one group, being those 5 groups. I then popped Close But No Cigar, which was to deactivate the diffuser 5 times. This was the 7th situation in the original Siege, Cold Zero. But like I said, I think Cold Zero was up at a different one. Whatever. Said you playing Glaz on Canal. So used to calling it Canal with the boys. These challenges were to extract with the hostage in under 7 minutes and kill a bomber with a headshot. Next trophy I got was Senseless, which was to kill 10 blind enemies. Which I got this in a funny way. A Ying blinded her teammates, and I got the kill to get the trophy. I killed like 2 of them, I think. This was unchanged from the original. The next trophy was to play 10 rounds with all 20 original operators, called Full Roster. This was changed from having to unlock every original operator. Which this one was the big grind, because I didn't know which operators I had used. So I was just going down the line and just playing with these characters. And I got it while playing Blitz, so he was the last one I had to use. Now came the real grind. Alright, this is the rough one. The next trophy was truly ruined, because they removed the ability to cook grenades. So for the trophy Room Cleared, you had to get 10 grenade kills. Which we were able to do this by downing the enemies and yeeting a grenade at them. So luckily there was a way around it. This was originally the second situation, Suburban Extraction, which had you saving a hostage on House with Recruit. The challengers were to destroy breakable surfaces and with breach charges, and to kill a blind enemy. Then came No Trespassing, which was to kill enemies with claymores. And I actually got another sick double kill for this trophy. This one was changed from the first situation, CQB Basics, which was where you play as Recruit on Hereford. Challenges were to kill 2 enemies while aiming and get 4 headshots. Impossible. Finally came the Make or Break trophy. For me, at least. Master. Now, I'll just say, originally, you had to complete a terrorist hunt mission on Realistic, which was hard enough as is. But they changed it where you had to hit gold rank. Now, I've made gold before, okay, guys? I promise you. I have made gold. I was almost platinum even, which these are middle of the road ranks. Let's be honest. I'm not good at the game anymore. So after going 117 to 119, I know, kind of a shitty little record during the last season prep phase, I ended up being in silver 3. So I was seething, dude. I was seething. Then Siege X dropped. And they changed the trophy, which I was hyped when they did it. I was at work and I was looking at my trophies like, oh, what game should I work on now? Rainbow Six Siege season's done. I gotta do something. And I checked and they switched the trophy. I was so happy. But it felt like a cop-out. But I don't give a shit. I was gonna get the platinum and I didn't have to grind this game anymore. I'll still probably play it, but the new trophy was called Globetrotter, and it wanted me to play 10 different multiplayer matches. Sorry, it wanted me to play on 10 different maps. So, that's about it for the main trophies. And I'm going to talk about Terrorist Hunt for a second. That's the big one that I want to talk about of Old Siege. Terrorist Hunt, the funny thing is, they counted the situations for Terrorist Hunt. No, that's not what I mean. There was a tracker website that I used to use to figure out how many kills I had in Terrorist Hunt, so I would think I had 95 defenses or 1,200 kills. But the tracker also counted situations, and there were times where I didn't have internet. This was the only game I had, so I would replay the situations. So on the tracker, I had like 3,000 terrorist kills, but in reality, I had like 500. So I would grind and grind and grind these terrorist missions. And the big one was defense. You had to do 100 defend modes, which you would think, this isn't too bad. But the terrorists only had to kill the hostage. Okay, and there was only hostage, I'm pretty sure. So luckily I found a little map where you could be in one room, and using mute, I could mute the wall, they couldn't open it, and they could only come in one door. and that was how I did it. And I had to do that mission 100 times. And it was awful. So that's my little rant about Old Siege's Terrorist Hunt. And as soon as I got those done, they changed the trophies like a couple months later. So that was fun. And basically, that's it. That's all I got for you for the trophies. But I'll talk about which ones I hated the most. Obviously, for Old Siege, I absolutely hated Terrorist Hunt. Well, the defend game mode, Terrorist Hunt. I don't even remember what it's called anymore. I've already given up. And I'll just say that the worst trophy for new Siege was the gold trophy, because I couldn't get it. Now, where would I put these on my tier list? Because I got a little tier list of all my platinums. And let me get the tiers up. Okay, so my tiers are 100% wood platinum again, which is basically, a great game that I have a lot of fun with. There is probably wood platinum again, which it would involve me wanting to play with friends and all that. And maybe not. Maybe I would. That makes 0 sense. There's a 50-50 chance for the next one, which is, maybe, maybe not. There is no, I would not platinum this again, whether it be a massive grind or something like that. Then there's regret platinum, which is where I regret the platinum. There's going to be a few of those. I'll make a whole video on it. And then there's auto pop, which is only 3. I mean, Siege could probably go there, but it won't because I didn't auto pop. But for current Siege, for Old Siege with the Terrorist Hunt and all that, it would be 50-50 whether I would platinum that one again. And for Siege now, with the new trophies, with not having to do gold, I would 100% platinum this trophy again. This game again. I would play with the boys. Now, I would put this in probably. I don't think I would 100% platinum it again, but I would probably platinum it again. I'd have to really enjoy it. So that being said, that's it. I'm gonna work on the recording for my next video, and I'll catch you guys on stream. Peace out.